let's see. I should be live momentarily, if I'm not already. Waiting for it to get started here. All right, I should be going. Howdy, everybody. I say everybody as if there's lots of people here yet. I'm just letting the vibes roll in, letting things start here. But I'm going to do some box unning today. Or unboxing today, rather. Let me check, make sure my levels are good. Okay. My audio level might be a little low, but we'll see how it goes. Okay, let me see here. Okay. So, I'm just going to wait for some people to join while I adjust my color here. And we'll get started. Just hanging out down the street. Let's see here. Can I just we'll see. Okay. All right. Okay. And skadoop. Skadoop. And so many. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. All right. Okay. Okay. All right. All right. Okay. 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 All right. All right. Alrighty here. Let us see. Okay. That's text. That's me learning OBS on the fly for you folks at home. Used OBS forever ago and haven't since, so I'm just learning and managing this whole live streaming thing here. As the title suggests, I'm going to be doing some unboxing today. Maybe one, maybe a few. We'll have to see how it do, but it's going to be a fun time. We're going to get our hands on some plastic and just see what it's all about, you know? See what everything is all about. What is life about even? Is it about plastic robots or is it about the friends we make along the way? I'm inclined towards the latter, but the plastic robots help. So, yeah, alrighty. We're about to do some unboxerooning. It's going to be some fun times, some fun times indeed. But I'll wait till there's some people to see, you know? Things to do, people to see. Kind of got my setup going on over here. Let me just kind of show. Okay. Yep. Can I duplicate this? Yeah, let's there we go. Cool. But do that right here, maybe. There we go. Alrighty. Okay, OBS. Will you work with me? There we go. Alright. So this is kind of the setup I got going on here. I have a little desk camera here. And we got Wheeljack here to model it there. Look at that. Beautiful little figure. Yet, it do be Jackie. It'd be Armada Jackie, who, you know, some may argue isn't really Jackie, but, you know, I think it works well. I do love the look of this thing. Definitely feels like your standard, you know, your standard Legacy / War for Cybertron Sideswipe mold. They did not reinvent the wheel here. But it looks really good. It looks really good on an errata shelf. Next to the old Hot Shot, I got both of the Hot Shots up there. Both the Power Links and the regular one you can see up there. Way back there on the top shelf. Just gonna squish them with my fingies. Squish, squish, squish. But yeah, so we're gonna be doing some unboxing today. I might try to wait for the main event, just to let people trickle in, you know, give it a 10-15 minutes. I'll probably have a total of 3 viewers, but you know what? It doesn't particularly matter because I want this recorded for posterity. And, you know, people can watch the stream back later. It's all good. They didn't realize... Amy, you coming in with one of your classic clutch one-liners. I can't even be mad at it. I can't. But yeah, you know, I might do. What do you think? I'll do a little mini review of this guy while we're waiting on some people to jump into the stream. This is Legacy United Deluxe Class Wheeljack with all of his glory. You know, again, it's a standard kind of the Sideswipe mold, but that's kind of what they base the design off of in Armada, so it works. It definitely works. Amy, I can't resist you, so, you know, all is fair. Here we go. Comes with 2 swords, which have the weird kind of lines on it. I never really understood that, but, you know, it's a look. It definitely is a look. That face sculpt is honestly astonishing, though. That face sculpt is fantastic. Like, just direct. In the cartoon. And I love the way that the silver paint catches those details right there on the chest, like underneath. That's just a wonderful little detail. Let's see here. And of course, swords can pop out as it goes. I do have an issue with my copy of the figure. Let me get this off. Where the little missile pod likes to just... Oh, now it's not going to do it for me. Now it's locked in there. Now there's no worries about it. Okay, never mind. But whenever I first pulled it out of the packaging, this part had come off of this part. And it was just a pain. It was a pain to try to get back on there. And oh, there it goes. Yep, like that. See? Autofocus. Well, it was secure in there, and now I'm going to have to figure out how to put it back on there again. Oh, boy. Oh, yep, see, and it does not like to stay in. Does not like to stay in unless you get it at the exact right spot. And there's no, like, clear indentations in there. So, it's just going to have to loosely be in there for now. Alrighty. Maybe on the side here. There we go. Not called Sideswipe because he was swiped at the front. Beautiful. Couldn't have made a better joke myself. There, I mean, couldn't have. Honestly. It was, you know, just a swipe from the front. I understand. I get it. Okay, but let's just flip it over real quick, you know? Have a little fun time. Before we decimate some resale values. Skadoop, skadoop. Flip the legs up. This is not the real proper order to do it. But, you know, I'm a bit of a rebel. I'm a bit of a bad boy. I just kind of go for it. Flip the chest. Flip that down. Arms out. Doors. Scoop. Then arms in. And then arms in. And then, maybe keep those up for now. Legs together. Legs together strong, as the great Planet of the Apes would say. Flip those panels in, flip those down, and boom. You know, I mean, honestly, whenever I was titling this, I titled it that specifically thinking of that line from the season. God, what was it? The season 3 finale or series 3 finale of Doctor Who, and I knew that you would make that reference, so that was an intentional bait for you when you took it. So I'm glad that you did. And then these pieces go on. I think they're liney side down. If I'm not mistaken, how they're supposed to be. And that is a beautiful car. I ain't gonna deny that is a beautiful car. It looks fantastic. Again, just the new chest mold they did here and the way the paint comes in on the Autobot symbol and on the slash. The Decepticon symbol down there, it's a bit hard to see, purple on black plastic. But, you know, everything, the paint job is really nice on this. It definitely has that, even though it is the Sideswipe mold, it definitely has kind of the Armada vibe to it, especially with the silly, like, Powerlink gimmick that would be here if you had a Minicon. Then, bloop, close that down. And then just put this on the top, I guess. Because that doesn't look silly at all. Just immediately block the view of anybody driving, but you know, it's a robot in disguise. What does it matter? Overall, we'll give it like a solid B+. Pretty fun little guy. Pretty fun little thing. Speaking of fun little things, I'll do another little mini review before I start tearing into plastic. Now, I got this guy with a discount on Amazon, so I honestly feel he's worth it, but at the full retail price of $20, it's kind of a hard ask. But here's a little Studio Series Bumblebee. He's a cute little guy. Just want to pet him. I was originally trepidatious about getting this guy just because the Netflix one, personally, I think just looks really good. The Earthrise Netflix one. But this guy, at least looking at the pictures on the internet, the feet look really large, and I'm a sucker for a good realistic looking vehicle mode, and this is very much the animation vehicle mode, and as you can even see on camera, it's better in person, but in the pictures and on camera here, the yellows do not match very well painted onto the different kinds of plastic there. So, you know, I had my trepidations, but in hand, definitely a great in hand feel. Very cute little guy, you know, very, very posable, and you know, he has like, I guess another little complaint I'd have is that it feels like he has 12 different joints in his legs, and they're all a little cattywampus, just because there's not a lot of space in there. Didn't realize you hadn't bought him already. I've had him for maybe about a month now. I didn't just get him, but I haven't talked about him yet. So it is definitely a Bumblebee. Very clean tempo of the Autobot there. I like that. And I like the face sculpt and the face paint. Again, some places a little too angular for me. Like, I like me a round Bumblebee boy, and this is not as round of a Bumblebee boy in some places. And, you know, that's, again, to match the animation model. That's what they're trying to do. But I still don't get why they couldn't have made the chest out of yellow palm plastic and then painted the windows blue. Yeah, I don't understand either. I'm not a toy engineer, so maybe they attempted that and it just didn't come out right. Or, you know, they tried to paint the yellow blue and it just came out too green, and no matter how many coats they did, it just didn't look good. Or maybe they just really wanted to go for the gray window look. I don't know. But that's how it goes. The little blaster, Bumblebee's blaster you always see in all the things that he's in. And let's transformify this little guy real quick. Honestly, I have a 1-year-old little girl, and this is her favorite robot to walk in here and yoink off the shelf. She loves the Bumblebee, this specific Bumblebee, and she like fiddles with it and does and half transforms it, which is kind of impressive for a 1-year-old. Got those feet panels. Do this, and again, I think that there's some clever stuff going on in this transformation, but I think the Earthrise one does it a little better, in my opinion. It's just a little more tight, and this one feels a little more fiddly to me. Although, no parts forming, so that's good compared to the Earthrise one. And there are some very clever ideas here, like with how the legs fold up here. But again, it feels a little clunky to me. Sometimes getting it done and actually getting it lined up can be a bit difficult. Again, when I transform, I don't really do the order of operations really well. So, I'm just going at it like a madman. Right here. Get the head up in there. Close that down. Then, you didn't see that. That arm didn't come off. What are you talking about? All right, we're going to fold this up. Fold. And we're going to fold this up. Fold. And then we're going to scoop. And then I believe they join. They tab in together. Once this is flipped around. Yep. And then this comes in. Glyph and tap out when. I do not have glyph and tap out. But, I mean, take a look here. Oh, did I do something wrong here? Oh, I did do something wrong here. These are supposed to fold up on the sides, not underneath. Okay, let's see here. Again, flying by the seat of my pants here. I only transformed this guy like twice. But my daughter has half transformed him 12 times. Okay, there we go. There we go. That's the proper way to do it. Professionally. That's why I film reviews and don't do live reviews, because this is what happens. Oh, when are we getting new ones? One's from this mold, one from the Cliffjumper mold. Hasbro works in mysterious ways. I feel like those are kind of more obscure characters, so they're ripe for. I mean, everybody loves a repaint, and they're definitely going to try to get the most out of this mold as they can. So I can assume, that. I don't know if they're gonna. I don't know. I could see them maybe doing like a multi-pack of both of them. But then again, would that just highlight the differences? I don't know. But yeah, there he is. And his little blaster just goes on here. Man, I miss having a little hubcap. And again, this is kind of hard to get lined up, but it's behaving okay here. Again, it's just very, very panel liney, very mismatched with the paint. And again, angular in some of the places I would have preferred it to be round. But, I understand how it goes. I just sold my Masterpiece Bumblebee, in part to get what I'm going to be unboxing today. But, yeah, I just did a kind of purge of some of my old MPs, and as well as some shattered glass stuff that I'd left in the box and hadn't touched. So, I was able to exchange that out for some 2001 robot goodness, which I'm going to be unpacking here shortly. Let's see if has anybody been nibbling on the. All right. I'm just checking out some stats real quick. Just checking. Amy, what do you think of the thumbnail? Did you see the thumbnail for this? I put a solid 10 minutes of work into it. And I'm, pretty proud of throwing it together in Keynote in 12 minutes, like a real graphic designer. Okay, let me come back to here. Oh, whew. Good. Let me tell you, that was the one thing I was really worried about, Amy, because I'm really just doing this all for you. I don't care about anybody else. I don't care about who's here, who's not here. I'm really just doing this for you, because I like hanging out with you. And this is kind of like a way of hanging out. It's poggers, thanks. I appreciate that. So, I'm going to show off kind of what I got here. Let's see here. Kind of trying to make a little setup here, but I might not have space for it. Let's see here. And we're going back to this. Oh, yep. And I got the 3 Autobot brothers here. They were meant on card at a local shop, and I was like, you know what? I have to have these guys as a set all at once. They're great. And you know, I love the look. I love the look at these. It's, you know, let's take kind of a look at some of the RID box art here. In fact, I might have to see if I can find, if I still have it. I might have thrown it away. I had the box for Skylinks. Do I still have it in there, or did I toss it? I might have tossed it. Yeah, I might have tossed it. I had the box, not for Skylinks, for Skybite. I had the Skybite box, and there was something very crazy about that. Is that I guess it was at the time when they just started using like JPEGs and digital photography on printed boxes. And for some reason, they didn't take another pass at it because, and I'll go over this a little bit, but they didn't take, this stuff fascinates me, but they didn't take another pass at, probably always reminds me of Night Slash 2020's original stop motion series. Night Slash 2020, that sounds familiar. I'm going to do a quick Google of that real quick. Oh, yeah. That's, oh man, that's a throwback. That is a throwback. I definitely, you know, I came across, I was looking through YouTube, and there was some guy, I was looking at reviews for things, and he said that, yeah, I like this figure so much I animated it in a video like 15 years ago. And it was a Prime Time, that old stop motion called Prime Time. It was done by, gosh, I can't remember the name off the top of my head because I'm bad with names. But it starts with an M, I think. But that guy was doing a review, and I just stumbled upon it. And he's the guy that animated that old, the Prime Time 1 and 2 videos. And I was obsessed with those way back in like 2007, 2008, whenever those came out. They were really cool. But anyway, back to box art, right? Because the thing with the Skybite box art is that, you know, it was back when they first started using like digital photography on these boxes, and the Skybite one, they didn't do another pass on because it was just crunchy. It was like a crunchy, low resolution JPEG. And at first I saw it when I was purchasing it, I was like, is this a counterfeit? Because that's the crunchiest JPEG I've ever seen, but printed on a box. But no, it was, you know, I looked it up, and that's kind of like just how Skybite's box was that it had that crunchy kind of low-res JPEG. And on these, you can see, let's take a look at Sideburn specifically for a second here. On this, you can see they actually kind of did a like almost like an airbrushing pass on it. Like there's like a bunch of painted in shine and detail. They use like the photo as the base of it, and then they like softened up a lot of the details, I guess because it was low resolution, and they added a bunch of like, you know, kind of glares and stuff digitally there. And it's kind of more apparent on some, like, even like if you look at these feet almost look completely illustrated with how much they covered in like glare and stuff, as opposed to just the image. Now if we look, I think that let's see, who was it? Was it X-Ron that was particularly? No, I think it was the Prowl here, and that's it, like, it almost looks entirely just painted over. Like just little bits of the photo are coming in, but like the hand and the feet and the legs, they almost look entirely painted over with the detail there. So another thing you'll notice is that, this happens a lot, often with on-card boxes, but they had the clear elastic bands on them, and just over time, they just disintegrated and become a dust all inside the packaging here, which is, you know, great. Well, okay, let's read this from Amy real quick. That reminds me of when Doctor Who figurine collection magazine issue for Wooden Cyberman had a really pixelated set photo of the Cybermen from the episode. Yeah, I mean, I can understand that. Even though a high quality version of the same photo can be found online. It's almost like they put it in as a placeholder, or they were using it as a proxy, and they just never, exported it or replaced it with a high resolution image. Now it's interesting that all of these have kind of like the airbrushing effect on them and how all that shine and glare added to them, but Optimus Prime here is just the straight image, and even then, if I can fit it, there's a wall right here. Like that is not the highest resolution of photos, but I mean it still looks pretty fine there. Again, the Skybite one was just absolutely crunchy. But, I mean, it's kind of interesting how those have the kind of airbrush effect, but the Optimus one doesn't. I wonder what goes into those kinds of decisions, at Hasbro, Design, HQ, doodly-doo. And there's a little bit of, like the halo effect behind, but that's just more of just a kind of a back glow effect. There's no illustration on it or anything on the cutout trading card, which, it was always fun when boxes did little things like that. Another thing I'll talk about here, I guess, and I'll just, another thing I'll talk about here, I guess, is just that I love this logo. This is a fantastic logo that they introduced with Robots in Disguise. I'm assuming that because Robots in Disguise was imported as like a placeholder in between Armada and Beast Machines, that this logo is one that they had in the can for Armada already as they were developing it. As part of the Transformers Armada logo, they just literally pulled out the Armada part and just filled it in with Robots in Disguise. But this is the logo I grew up with, I think the low effort photo jobs might have been a result of the RID line having more or less been rushed out as a filler before they did Armada, just exactly as I was saying. Yeah, I mean, I can completely see that as at least part of the reason. But even then, like, there's not a lot to the design of these boxes. Jinx, exactly. But I mean, like, I do love I love kind of the gradient here and the color pattern of the red and black on these boxes, and I just love a good card. I love me a good card. I love, the kind of the bubble shape, and I mean, again, you can tell that, I'm gonna have to stand up for this, but you can tell, especially compared to something like this Armada one right here, a lot more went into designing this bubble, and it's a lot more layered, and how they incorporate the instructions in the card and the logo as a separate piece here. Whereas this is, it's just the card and a bubble. One could argue that this is a lot more wasteful as far as plastic goes. I can tell they put a lot more effort into, I guess, graphically designing the back here and including elements of intrigue and stuff like that. Whereas this is just kind of, it's a little more bare, a little more plain text. But, I really dig the kind of the vibes of the RID boxes, man. I really dig the kind of simplicity of it, the kind of landscape look of it. I do wish that there was, because on here, at least on the trading card at least, and that's clever how they use that to double as box art, but on the trading card, there's box art here, there's art of the character, at least on that card, and I guess that's something that wasn't as common as far as box art of the character, but here you have that. Here, there's box art, but it's, again, it's just that picture, that photoshopped image. Hang Armada Hotshot back up here, back where I had him. So, I would have appreciated some box art. Another thing, Amy, I think I pointed this out to you the other day. I still miss when figures being packaged in vehicle mode. I do appreciate that. Especially because it's almost like you have to unlock the robot after you open it. There's kind of that element of revealing the robot in disguise when you open the box. And so very occasionally some figures will be packaged in robot mode, but usually it's like special edition stuff or Gen Select stuff that might be packaged that way out of necessity, and it's not displayed in the vehicle mode. But another thing I noticed on the Optimus here, there's not a single image. You can look on this side, you can look on this side, You can look on the top. You can look on the bottom. There's not a single image of the small Optimus. It shows off Omega Prime and everything. With Ultra Magnus, who doesn't even come with this toy, but it does not display at all the base mode or the smaller Optimus at all. It's just like, I imagine like if you bought this for a kid back in '01 and they hadn't seen the show or anything yet, this has just come on the shelves. I just imagine this shock and surprise of, oh, there's a whole other robot on there that doesn't look like that. Like, you know, again, very interesting stuff. And, you know, you can kind of smell the air of, we got this out as quickly as we could within our time constraints. But still, even that, like, I love this box. Specifically with Optimus here. Again, I love the logo. Again, very classic logo. It's one I grew up on. But, especially, you know, this is, I don't even think there is a size class on here. I think it was maybe labeled as Supreme at one point. Either Supreme or Mega. But there's no size class on here. It's just electronic Optimus Prime fire truck. But, you know, leader classes shortly after this were in very large boxes. Especially like, you know, your, what is it called? The MegaCon Optimus Prime and stuff from Armada going into Energon and Cybertron. There were these huge boxes. And this one is very tight. Very well, you know, tightly put together. To where it's not like, oh, I mean, it still feels big. Like, I mean, look at this. It's kind of large. It's a large figure, so of course it feels big. But it's not like, you know, humongous for humongous sake. Like, let's get another comparison here. Give me just a moment here. It's from a little bit later, but it'll work. If we look at... do not trip over my chair. But if we look at... this Leader Optimus, it was super class. I saw figures being packaged in the vehicle. Does this include batteries? No, this Optimus does not include batteries, so it would not be corroded. The battery compartment has no batteries in it. This one did have batteries in it, and the batteries are kaput, at least. I don't know if they're corroded. I haven't seen any, but I haven't looked too closely. But batteries are good. But look at just like the difference in size in these packages. Like here, let me like you look at these. I mean, this is, maybe it's just kind of the landscapeness of it, how it's long ways, but like even then, like I feel like there's more mass to this box and more wasted space. Which, you know, I guess it's meant to be flashy. It's meant to get your attention on the shelf. But I just like how tight this feels. And, you know, I can see them stacking these 2 3 high on the shelf. And these you're only going to get one row of, you know? Yeah, I will not be destroying the value of this today. I like the look of this in the box. And I already have an open copy of this figure. But I don't have this one. This one, I want to get my hands on it. So yeah, Super Class, and I think it was called the Supercon, whenever it was the Armada one. Amy, I'm going to ask your opinion. Should I start with this, or do you think I should build up to it? Maybe I can open one of the brothers. I was thinking about keeping the brothers on card, but I don't know. I think that I would want them displayed with the Optimus. And, you know, it's all part of the experience, I think. And I kind of want to get the elastic dust off of them, too. So, I don't know, Amy, what do you think? Do you think I should start with the Optimus, or do you think I should start with one of the brothers and build my way up to the Optimus? And if so, which brother should I start with? Should I start with Prowl, X-Brawn, or Sideburn? I'm just going to wait for your reply. R&D box is smaller because Transformers are typically more compact in vehicle mode. I agree, but even like the Armada Optimus was in a much huger package, at least in my recollection, than this. Like the Armada Optimus and the Energon Optimus that came out, 1 year and 2 years after this respectively, were like, I remember, maybe this is just a fault in my memory of being a child, but I remember the boxes being huge and like almost like there was a bunch of wasted space in there. This feels very tight comparatively, but maybe that's just me. Whenever I get a new haul, I open everything in order of size, so end with Optimus. Okay. So I guess the smallest of these technically would be X-Brawn. So maybe I'll crack into this, huh? Alrighty. Autobot Brother the First. We got our X-Brawn. Never want to focus on your X's, but here's one of them, X-Brawn. Okay, so let's just see. How do I play this? Do I play it gentle and try not to completely destroy the card and try to preserve it a bit? Or do I just rip into it? That's the thing. I do also like that you get the other brothers there, and again, it's that kind of highly photoshopped, like it's almost like they drew completely over the pictures and just used the picture as a reference there. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into this. Let's see here. Is there a point of entry that I can? Maybe I can. Let's see here. Maybe I can slide my knife. There's a little bit of a. See where the adhesive is not quite there. I can slide my knife device into that little gap and just carefully pry out the adhesive a little bit. Let's see here. Oh man, I'm already tearing into the art a little bit. Okay, here we go. The seal has been broken. Well, I'm actually surprised at how 3 brothers in a van, then a meteor hit. You're so funny. You're so funny. You get me every time. But yeah, I'm sorry. I remember at least, especially when it got to like Red 2010. Maybe I'm just opening it more carefully this time, or maybe it's just because the adhesive is old. I remember like when it got to like Generations 2010 or Prime RID. Like you tried to open the boxes, like half the back of the card would come up with it. Like it would just stick and tear. But this is coming out on a straight line pretty well. I'm just going to try to keep it that way so that all the art remains intact as best as I can. Scissors work better for you? Yeah, I just didn't want to take a pair of scissors in case someone else in the family needed them. In case my son needed them for homework or anything. But this is coming off very smooth. And some of that dust is already coming up. Now, do I try to hinge it? Yeah, I'll just hinge it so I can keep the art on there. Alright, here we go. Alrighty. And it is covered in that dust right there. Let me see if I can wipe it into like a box or a place where... Don't breathe this. And there we have Scoop X-Brawn, freed from his seal. Ooh. And as you can see, again, just caked into the elastic, but coming off pretty good. Maybe I'll get an out. Oh, it's left a mark though, definitely. I don't know, I might see if I can get some rubbing alcohol, just and gently see if I can get some of that elastic gunk off there. You see right there, it left a line. But, as is life. These weapons here, oh, nice and chrome plated. That'll scratch up immediately as soon as I put it into his hands. But, such is life. Another one right here. Pull this one out. Tom Dixon. And then, yeah, another, again, great idea, chrome plating it at the handle. You know, that's just a wonderful idea. Okay, and then we got boy himself here. Oh, this is the one, yeah, I remember this from the, oh, there's a twisty tie. You know, it's like they have a specific spot for the twisty tie to go in designed in the toy. That's actually kind of interesting. But, oh man. I know they're bad for the environment, but I do miss old school, like, PVC metal twisty ties. Oh, here we go. Oh, well, I've started to, if you didn't do it right, it would start to wrap it in itself in the opposite direction. There we go. There we go. On one of them, and here's the other one. Twisty. Like a Twizzler. I tell you, I went to the movie theater a couple weeks ago to see Captain America, and they didn't have any Twizzlers out in the front. And I was like, a movie theater without Twizzlers? That's like, that has to be against some kind of war crime code or something. But the guy went to the back, they had some in the back, so that was good. But I'm surprised to see that they hadn't stocked any in the front with the rest of the candy. They go to a back room to get a secret Twizzlers deal. Okay. Oh, man. Oh, brother, man. So. Oh. Yeah, that is like, that's the elastic band right there. It is caked on to the chrome. Oh, man. You want to get it off without scratching the chrome? You know what? Here. Let me, yeah. All right. Go back to that one-step changer of Age of Extinction line based on Shane's car when the robot one was based on X-Bron for whatever reason. Yeah, that was kind of strange, wasn't it? Strange times. Try to wipe some of this elastic dust off of my counter here, and I will be right back. I'm gonna see if I can find something to wipe this elastic off with. We'll see what I can do, but I'll be back shortly. All right, and I'm back. And I'm going to try real quick to rub this off. And I'm looking at the time, and I have a lot less time than I thought. Just rub this off real quick. See if got some lens wipes with a little bit of alcohol in them. See if that will attack this at all, or if I need to actually get rubbing alcohol on a Q-tip. Oh man, is that? No, that's the plastic. Oh man. Oh man, it's just. No, that's on top. That's a layer. Let's see here. Let's see. Yeah, no, I don't think that's gunk on top. I think that the elastic has worn away the chrome. That chrome is gone. I think whatever chemical reaction happened to the elastic band there that made it disintegrate over time has just burned off that chrome. Oh man. What a twist. That's going to be a no-go on that chrome there. But let's take a look. Let's see. These tires haven't, these are rubber tires. These tires haven't cracked or disintegrated yet. Nice chrome on there, and you can see X-Bron's head in there. Scoop. Again, I don't have as much time as I had once assumed. The time has flown by. So, that's disheartening, and that does not forebode well for the other brothers, but got some instructions here. The nice kind of, the glossy kind. Okay. I may attempt to transform this later, but since I don't have all that much time, I might just go ahead and move on to the big man. Scoop, scoop. Let's take X-Bron over here. Come over here. Okay. Well, luckily with the Optimus here, I don't think there's any elastic bands in there. I'm not seeing any. I think it's all twisty ties. Now you have a valid excuse to not always choose MISB over. Yes, that is something I'd never considered before. But yeah, that chrome is gone because of the elastic bands that was on it. That disintegrated. That chrome is just gone. I'm pretty sure. I'm gonna take another look at it, but yeah, it looks like that is the plastic that is underneath. Is kind of that. Yeah, it's gone. Well, all right, and then real quick, scoop-a-doo. We're gonna make entry, you and me, together. And there goes $100 in resale value. You know what? Toys are meant to be played with. So that's what I'm going to do here. And this is an experience that, you wouldn't have had, for 20 years. This is a kind of unboxing experience that has not been had in 2 decades. I'm going to try to be careful with it because I do want to try to preserve the box as best as I can. There we go. And we have opened. We have opened the box. It'll be played with, not eaten. I mean, why not both? And here it goes. There it is. Optimum Pride. Right there. Oh man, that is beautiful. That is beautiful. Oh man, I'm excited. I am beyond excited about this. Oh, look at this. And we're going to... We have a lot of twisty ties. Down here we got a bunch of twisty ties. We got the missiles here. Let's go ahead and try to gently pull those missiles, the bag of missiles off here. There we go. Those to the side. And we got twisty ties to do. Okay. Twisty ties. Oh, man, these are always done in kind of a confusing way. You had to really like look at it and see which way it was really twisted, because sometimes it would look like it's twisted one way, but actually it's twisted another. Alright. Twisty tie the second. Oh man, we're gonna free this from its prison. And twisty tie the third. Alright, which way is it twisted? Twisted that way. Twisted that way. Oh man. Oh, come on, you. Now, some people back in the day would use like a special kind of cutter, and I do have a snipper over here, but I mean, the experience was undoing them, you know? Okay. So we're going to carefully try to feed this one through. Alright. Carefully feed this one through. Alright. And carefully feed this one through. You gotta be careful with this one because it's going through the tires. Those tires are known to crack with age, those rubber tires. I'm gonna try to carefully do this without rubbing them too much. That's the tires. Oh man, this is gonna be hard. Okay, there we go. Let's see here. Any twisty ties on the back? I don't think so. I think we're twisty tied up. We're good. Okay, here we go. Here he comes. Oh man, that is incredible. Oh gosh, it smells like an old like an old bookstore, you know, when the paper is kind of old. That's how the cardboard smells. But oh, look at that. Let me move my face here. Ah, not that. Let me move my face. Let me move my face. There we go. Oh man, look at that. Just look at that. That's beautiful. Oh goodness. Let's get this twisty tie off here real quick. Oh man, and again, from what I hear, tires crack with age, these rubber tires, and these tires are just pristine. Never before touched by human hands, except for, I guess, the people that assembled the figure. But after that, okay. This is really twisted. This is one of the twistiest ties I've ever experienced. Okay. He is a beauty. Oh man, this is my first time ever handling this figure. Okay. There we go. And then this last twisty tie here. The HasLab was just taking too long. I have my pre-order in. But, you know, it's good to have the original to compare to. Okay. Oh man, this is twisty tied up really weird. Oh, there we go. Gently lay it down. Let's try to get this done. Twisty, twisty. Twisty, twisty. Oh man. Oh man. And, you know, I'm probably gonna, you know, if I find the time, I would absolutely love to do a full-on review of this guy. But as for now, I don't have really the time to get completely into it. But just first reactions on this truck mode, like, oh, it's beautiful. It is beautiful. Let's get these missiles in here. Missiles. I've got missiles to shoot. And I'm never ever going to fire these missiles ever because I never want to lose a single one of them ever. Probably $20 a missile on eBay. This guy. Alright, let's see here. I'm just going to go something like that. How it goes in? Yep, that is cool. Alright, and this missile in. And this missile in. And this missile in. Alright, cool. And then, oh! That was cool. I didn't expect that to happen. See that? There we go. Let's put these back. Oh, beautiful. A little seat there. That's cute. I've never handled this before. A little ladder there, I guess, to step onto the ladder. And then, okay, let's see here. There it goes. Ladies and gentlemen, we have full extension. Look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful. And something just fell off. I think it's the little prime's gone. Yep. This little blaster here just fell off. But I think it just goes right in. Under here. Let me see here. Oh, it just slides in like that, maybe? Yeah, man. Yeah. Something like that, and then tabs in. There we go. Little prime's gone back on there. Oh, this is beautiful. Oh, man. You know what it looks like when you fire a missile? Yeah. Click, click. Oh, they don't make them like this anymore. Just like those huge windows right there. Just, oh. The Japanese writing. That's how rushed this was to import. They didn't even re-tampo anything. They just took it straight. You know, it says Cybertron on it because, you know, it wouldn't say Autobot. Move me back here. Okay. So here's what I'm going to see. Real quick. I'm just going to undo the little Optimus here. Let me see here. Oh. Instructions. Scoop. Alright, so. Oh, these are huge. Oh, these were the days, wasn't it? These were the days. Oh, gosh. Oh, my goodness. It's because it has the entire instructions for Omega Prime on the back here, too. Change. Okay, so, I mean, it looks pretty straightforward for the little robot. So we're going to, how does it untab here? I want to be careful here. The instructions just say to kind of pull it out. But, oh, there it goes. I think, yeah, it's tied to the sides there. Okay, cool. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, no. I've left a few pieces on there, I think. Okay, yeah, there we go. Pull this off. Oh. As careful as I can with this because I don't want to break it. There we go. Cool. Now these go back on here. On the side here. These are the super mode arms. You can tell. Oh. Okay. Move this over here. Alright. The Autobot symbols weren't on the Takara version. Oh, I was unaware of that. Okay, so they did do a little bit of re-tapographing. But I guess only on the sides there. Right. Here we have him. The main robot. Again, no batteries in here, so it should be no corrosion. Let me make sure I'm doing this right. It's kind of interesting looking at these instructions here. Because, like, if you look here, these are, like, they're not photos, they're illustrations. And especially, like, right here when it's doing the Optimus, Like on the steps, they're the most like lacking of detail and illustrations. It's just the bare bone shapes. But it gets the point across, I reckon. Okay, so take a look at this. I guess. Where did this trailer go? I just had it. Oh, it's over there. Move it over there. Cool. Okay, and we're gonna go back to this scene. Cool. All right. So, pretty basic. Blaster came out. And then these wrap around like this. Looks like. Yep. Oh, the tactility of this is pretty cool. And then, just going to fold this down. You're witnessing someone experience a 20-year-old toy for the first time. Down all the way out like that. That's the waist. Okay. And then, okay. Then twist them around like that. Oh man, those are the legs coming together. I did have the pleasure of meeting Neil Kaplan, the voice of the English dub of R.D. Optimus, once at a convention. He was really sweet, really nice. And pull these feet out. And that tabs in. Yes, cool. This. That tabs in. Cool. The feet. There's, oh wow, ball jointed feet. Then I think, still looking at the instructions here. Okay. Yep, do that there. Flat like that. Fold out these. The box's Biotech Lambor I bought in October was open and used but looked as fresh as this does. And he was only 20 quid. Oh man, that's pretty cool. Arms, oh man, there's something about an Optimus, when the Optimus's arms come in like this. You just can't deny, man. Right there. Yep, down and out. The fists come down when you do that. That's cool. Yeah, if you look at this, the fists come out when you do that. Oh, that's rad. They don't make them like this anymore. Oh man, and then big reveal. 3, 2, 1. There. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh, do these tap in anywhere, or did they just kind of rest there? I don't think that they tap in. I think they just kind of rest there. I think it's just up to friction and the Lord himself to keep these there. But that's okay. I'll figure it out. But I don't think, yeah, I think they just kind of rest there. But that's okay. Look at this. Oh my goodness. This is an Optimus Prime. Look at that. Oh, just that face. That face with the glowing yellow eyes. Oh man, do these tilt back at all? Oh, they do. Oh. That is like straight out of the anime too. Or I guess the anime completely captures it. Where the... Is this... No. Where... No, I reckon that these just kind of... It's just the friction that holds this in, but... Oh man. Pristine chrome. This chrome and vac metal is not going to look this good ever again. In my entire life, it's never going to. Oh, and this moves out of the way. That's cool. So if you need to... Oh, it has the waist rotation. Okay, let's see if we can get this into like a really cool, very metal pose here. Oh, and it has the butterfly joint. Oh. And then it has the fist rotation. Oh. Little ball joint. Oh, beautiful. Oh, this. Gosh. This is probably the most posable 2000s era figure I have ever witnessed. Like, even compared to, like, MP1. This is just incredible. Oh, look at that. Look at that. That's incredible. Oh, man. That is just something else. That is crazy. Don't have enough time to look at the super mode right now. That'll have to come for the full review. But just look at that. Let's get this back in the box here. Scoop. That was an experience. Ooh. Get back in there, box. Oh, that's what she tied. Oh. That was an experience. That is how toys used to be, man. That is how toys used to be. Oh man, let's use this up. Oh man, that is something else. I was where I had a butterfly joint, unless I forgot. Yeah, I didn't notice either until I was messing with them. I didn't. I tried to avoid too many reviews of this guy just because I didn't want. I wanted the experience to be fresh. I want to review him myself. But this is. Oh man, that is quite possibly one of the most beautiful Optimus Prime toys I've ever seen. Oh man. Obviously the legs are a bit thick, but that's to accommodate what I'm assuming is the super mode. Oh goodness. Oh man. Well, that's where the electronics are. You can see the speaker there. Again, no batteries in there though, so that's good. I don't know what sounds it makes. I'm sure I'll figure it out at some point. But yeah, there we go. There you have Optimus. Let's see if I can just real quickly figure out X-Brawn here. It is very complicated. You know what? I'm not gonna bother with X-Brawn because I got to go here in a minute. I might try to figure it out real quick. Real quick, Dad. Let's see. Oh man, it feels very solidly done too. I can't remember if these are officially licensed vehicles or not. They are very clearly actual vehicles, but if they got the permissions or not is another thing entirely. Okay, I'm assuming that's an ankle, or is that a foot? Is that the foot? Oh, that's the foot. Oh, strange. Okay. Okay. I'm just eyeballing this, seeing if I can get it figured out on my own real quick. Okay. Oh, okay. I was like, why is there no hand there? But that's supposed to be the missile. I should be doing this on camera, but I don't really have room because I thought it was there. But I'm just gonna figure this out. It isn't complicated. It's Steinberg who is. Okay. Yeah, he doesn't seem too complicated here. Oh gosh, this is strange. Oh, is this whole thing his forearm? That's crazy, dog. That's crazy. Okay, let's see here. Oh man, yeah, that's how it's supposed to. Oh god, let's move Optimus here. This whole thing is his forearm. Again, I didn't do much looking into this beforehand, but that's crazy. That's his entire. Hold up, does this hood open? No. Does it? No. It does! Oh my goodness! There's a chrome engine in there. Okay, that's cool. That's cool, but also the fact that this whole thing is his arm. Oh, and that's just how it's supposed to be. Looking at the box art, yeah, I'm not even looking at the instructions. I'm just raw dogging this. Oh, man. X-Brawn. Oh, man. Tell you what, no matter what you think of this, they don't make them like this anymore. Where did I put the... Okay, there we go. There's X-Brawn there. And there's Optimus. Let me see if I can widen this out a bit. Scoop. Oh, man, look at that. Look at that. That is RTF mud flap. Yeah, that's... A third of the car is just hanging off his arm. That's kind of crazy. Ha! 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 Oh, you're so classic. Oh, man. That is something else. Interesting scale there. The roof rotates, yeah. That's what is it supposed to be up or down? Oh, it's supposed to be down. Okay. There we go. And there it is. X-Brawn. I might do another stream to open the other two brothers. I know it's not as much of a headline, but I'll do another stream to open the Brothers, and maybe I'll explore the Optimus live there as well. But man, that is something else. That is something else. Okay, Amy, and any potential other viewers, thank you for joining me here while I kind of took a look at this, and to a lesser extent this. And we'll be back for part 2 at some point in the next couple of days, huh? Thank you for joining, and I plan on doing a full review of the Optimus at some point as well. So that was quite an